Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I am Ryan Bowling. Thank you all for joining me. This gets more and more insane as I just watch people and read different articles and watch videos, and it gets more and more insane at how crazy people are. But I love it when law-abiding citizens show that they're not going to be victimized by thugs and criminals. And what I'm talking about is this incident. I think it's happened supposedly in Chicago, I guess. Some guy walks into the store. It's on the camera. And so as a matter of fact, when you log into Breitbart News, log into the description box below and look up the title for the article, you will see the video. It lasts a little over a minute. He walks into the store with his huge shotgun. Clearly, he's coming in there to rob the guy. But then, the report states that the clerk who saw the young man coming into the store with his shotgun takes out his gun and shows it to the young man. And the young man looks, and he all of a sudden becomes, according to the article, befuddled. Or he becomes like, he's like, muttering some nonsense, and he calmly walks out of the store. Gee, I wonder why. Let's get into this article and let's get the details of this. Boy, oh boy, thank God for law-abiding citizens who have the right to carry arms. The article states this way: a shotgun-wielding man who claimed to be from Chicago entered a Florida. Okay, so let me correct that. I said he was on, but let me correct that. My apologies. A shotgun-wielding man who claimed to be from Chicago entered a Florida convenience store, presumably with the intent to rob, but exited when the clerk displayed his own firearm. According to the county sheriff's office, Rakeem Stephen Tate, 32, walked into a convenience store on the 4000 block of North Pace Boulevard while carrying a shotgun and was looking around. And you will see that in the video. He comes inside the store, he's looking around, and he's probably looking around because he's trying to find either people in there or find the clerk so he can just go ahead and pull that on him and rob him. Ooh, I'll get so sick of these thugs, I tell you, boy. Let me just get into this, but it angers me to see this type of stuff, but it makes me feel good when I see law-abiding citizens who have the right to own guns protect themselves. They're not out here gun hoeing like it's the Wild Wild West, but they're showing, look, I got a gun too. Now, if you want to, it's going to either be me or you. Either way, homie, what you going to do? What you going to do? Look, I'm not going out like that. But let's go on. With no individual behind the counter, surveillance video appears to show the suspect waiting for an employee to emerge from the back of the store. However, an employee had watched the suspect arm himself before entering the store, which led him to go to the back of the store and grab his own personal firearm. Now, in the video, you don't actually see, you can't see the store employee grabbing his gun and showing it. You don't see it because the camera is stationary, okay? But whatever gun it was enough to cause that thug to decide to go ahead and exit the store, okay? The article goes on to say when the employee emerges displaying his firearm, the sheriff's office described the suspect as befuddled. He then fumbles for words, resorting to meaningless babble about being from Chicago, the sheriff's office writes, and you can hear him saying that. I ain't from here, I'm from Chicago. So I guess you're going to come inside a store with a cannon and because you're not from there, you from Chicago, man, you need to quit. But he goes and says, I don't mean no harm. I'm just not from around here, the suspect says before claiming that he was from Chicago. Here's what I believe. He meant harm. He meant to rob that man. But I believe by him saying this, he wanted that employee to take his guards down. Oh, he didn't mean no harm. He's just trying to protect himself. He's from Chicago, which there's a lot of gang-related violence. You all know about Chicago. Chicago is like, I don't know, a war zone, for lack of a better word. And maybe, he's from this war zone area. This is what I'm thinking this suspect, this thug was thinking. and that he's going to get the employee to start thinking that. And so, he's from he's from Chicago, he's from a war zone. I get it. And start lowering his guards. Nah, didn't work, bro. The suspect also, the article goes on to say, the suspect also told the clerk that he had, quote, a big A M&F gun during their exchange of words. Now, why would you say that? Because that's exactly what he said. You can actually hear it in the video. Why would you say something like that if you wasn't trying to be threatening? See, because it don't matter how big the gun is, even if it matters, but then it doesn't matter. And now you may ask, what do you mean by it doesn't matter? Because even though you have a bigger gun and it could cause more damage, the question isn't how big the gun is. The question is how fast you're going to withdraw. If I have a smaller gun and I got it in my hand right now, chances are I'm probably going to get off a couple of caps in you before you get off one cap from your cannon. I'm just saying. Let's go on. After conversing with the store employee, who is not in camera view, for a few moments, the suspect decides to leave the area store. Words seem to fail you when your felony attempt is thwarted by lawful and rightful force, the police added. Tate was arrested on September 15th in Santa Rosa County and was charged with carrying a prohibited firearm and attempted robbery with a firearm. Wait a minute. Oh, you tried to rob someone with a firearm before. So are we to assume that his assessment of, I'm from Chicago, I don't know nothing about this, is really what he was all about? Man, don't make me say something here on this YouTube channel that's gonna make me have to repent again. I really want to go there, but I'm not going to do that. I want to be professional. Stop it. Nobody's that stupid. But let's go on. Authorities say that and I don't know how to pronounce this, so please forgive me for these words, Benelli, Benelli. I don't know what the heck that is. I'm not a gun expert. Benelli shotgun used in the alleged attempted robbery was also recovered. The sheriff's office concluded their statement regarding the suspect saying, quote, this is funny, quote, you're not in Chicago anymore. You're under arrest, end quote. That's the end of that article. But hooray, 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 hooray for that employee. Thank God no one was hurt. Thank God that the young man with the gun that came in the store wasn't hurt. And thank God the employee wasn't hurt. But I would hate to see what would have happened had the employee not had a gun and not shown his gun. Because the employee could have came out and just shot him out of fear and terror. But I can't help but think what would have happened if the employee did not have a gun and he comes out. Maybe the employee was away, he was using the restroom or whatever or doing something else, and he came out there and he didn't have a gun. What would have happened? Because this young man did not have a mask on or anything like that. So clearly he could have been identified. And who's to say what he would have done? People are getting tired of being victimized. And they're saying no more. Forget about what these Democrats keep trying to push in their crusade to limit the access of legal firearms. These thugs and these criminals are going to still have their guns. That's hard to debate over that. You can argue all day about pro-gun or against gun or whatever. You can argue all day about it. The bottom line is this. It's hard to argue with the reality that whatever gun laws are put in or gun control laws are put in place, they never actually, as Thomas Sowell says, they never actually control the guns. Because criminals and thugs somehow, some way, always tend to get their hands on these doggone guns. It seems evident to me that the gun control laws that radical Democrats are trying to create in these states always, correct me if I'm wrong, but they always seem to affect the law-abiding citizens, making it harder for them to obtain guns. Meanwhile, the thugs and the criminals and the predators are out there with these huge shotguns, these huge MFing shotguns, like the guy said. They're out here with theirs. Now, explain to me the rationale behind that. No, 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 no. No. People are no longer want to be victims. Regardless of what your political view is, nobody wants to be a victim. And this employee showed right there he did not want to be a victim. And thank God it ended the way it did. But what would have happened if he did not have a gun? I'm just saying. Hooray for him. God bless you, brother. And I promote this whole idea of legally owning guns. Legally owning guns and learning how to use the guns is, in my opinion, a must and a necessity for every law-abiding citizen. That's my opinion on that. That's where I stand. These gun control laws are a bunch of nonsense. They never help anybody. They always help the criminals, whether it's intentional or not. It always helps the criminals. But that's a whole nother video I can do on that, because I'm going to end the video on this. I believe that that's by design to criminalize law-abiding citizens and encourage criminals to be criminals. But that's a whole nother story. But I'm glad that this individual did. I'm glad that this store employee had a gun, and I'm thankful that things didn't end out the way they could have ended out. What do you guys think about this? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all, and see you again.